Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Monday, so we're here with coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations. I'm here with my friend and partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. I'm Terralina from California Cover Ups, and we're the Biz Chicks. We're going to be talking about things that will help you just live life better, do business better, and enjoy the day. So, what's our topic today, Fran? Oh, there's something scrolling down there.
Simplify. Simplify.
Simplify.
Good morning, Jerry, and everybody who's watching live and on the replay. Appreciate you. And we are going to get this party started. Let me see if I can make this come over there. Eh, Today we were talking about simplify. Simplifying will help you get to your goal a little bit better, more
Okay.
easily. We just need to simplify some processes in our lives. A lot of times we are copycatting and listening to a bunch of different voices. Oh, maybe I should eat this diet, not that diet, or maybe do it this way. We there are different coaching styles. There are different ways of doing things. What database do you use? There's several
Oh my gosh.
different
It can
things.
get overwhelming, Fran.
Right. This is why we're saying to simplify it. Find something simple, make a process that is simple that'll help you get from point A to point Z simply.
Mm.
Help your clients be able to pay you. They need a simple process.
Say that again.
They need a very simple process. It doesn't need to be deep. And we just need to have a simple process. So if we simplify our processes, we'll get to the destinations that we're looking to get to, enjoy the journey because the process is simplified. Now, we offer a sample routine where we talk about hydrate, um, meditate, exercise, daydream, and those are checklists that you can check off during your day during your non-negotiable time. We still say you need to do those things, but you need to create a routine that is simple for you to do.
Okay.
Because we want you to have a routine, but it needs to be a simple routine. And if you find that what you're doing is cumbersome or you don't want to do it because it's like, oh my gosh, it's too much, then you got to figure out a way to simplify your routines.
Okay.
You're not going to do them.
Yeah, you're not going to do it. I'm a witness. It's like, okay. And then the less you do it, the easier it becomes not to do it.
Right. So you have routines, but they need to be simplified. We don't like doing unpleasant things. So we need to figure out a way to make like John Acuff said in one of the videos, uh, make it fun and then get it done.
Hey, Carlos.
So you want to make the routine simple and fun. A lot of times we have these complicated systems and convoluted stuff, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to come in.
Here's another thing that might help people too. Sometimes we think our purpose has to be super deep. Your purpose could just be to make somebody smile today. You know what I'm saying to you? Stop it. Stop having these, 50-page mission statements. Do what you're wired to do. It's your purpose.
Right. So I have a client that I'm working with, and I have an appointment with them later this week. And they gave me a picture of their setup of, what they're offering to the people. I'm going to have to talk to them. It's like, you're coming at them with a fire hose. Too much information at one time. It needs to be simplified. Simply tell them what you do, not
Mm.
how you do it, and every avenue you're going to use to do it, but just simply tell them what it is that you're going to do, what it is that you do. Tell them, a matter of fact, it's not what you do, it's why you do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the only thing that belongs on your business card or your brochure. Why I do what I do. And then let them, a simple message.
Okay.
Simple message. We help you get from point A to point B with ease. Maybe I need to call you. It wasn't convoluted. It wasn't convoluted. It was,
Convoluted.
and it wasn't overwhelming. It was just a simple statement. So what is it that you do? Why do you do what you do? Carlos can talk to us about helping people utilizing the phone in their hand to do live stream.
Mm-hmm.
And Carlos said on here, my mission should make Mother Teresa and Gandhi look like the average Joes on my business card. Now, I'm not sure if he's joking, but that is actually, it's actually accurate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Simplify that. Okay, I'm here to help people. I'm here to help people.
You know, and your mission say, I mean, your card can say something like, "We're here to promote 36 cycles," and you were like, "Well, what is that?" So now you got a conversation going, even, and then you say, "Well, we want to circulate this capital in the community 36 times before it goes out." Oh, I can get with that, and eventually the term 36 cycles will begin to spread through your community and people will know what you're talking about. Carlos said it is a joke. He's teasing.
Between him and Mark, that we got stand up.
You got to ask. We got to get clarification because
We got comedians. Hey, good morning, Cecilia. So here's the thing. How do you simplify your message to the people who need your help? How do you make that simple for them? One is telling them why you do it, and not this long thesis that I've seen on what are they, brochures?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Brochures with very, very tight writing. I was trying to see if I found one in here.
Oh my gosh.
Like the 10 point, and then all 6 columns are all packed.
What's going on here? Let's see. I don't know.
Because we probably threw them out. But anyway.
Yes, like this. You see this? You see this print here? Yes. I don't even want to read that. Can you imagine if somebody sends me a brochure with?
Now, hold that up again. And I don't know what company it is, so we ain't trying to.
It's eyeglasses.
Okay. See well, be well. Mm-hmm. Bam. That's it.
That's all I need to know.
Hold it back up, Terry.
I'm sorry.
Okay, hold it up a little higher, please. It says see well, be well. In the bullet points, covered vision exam, high quality something, and something. Those would be the 3 points plus the see well, be well.
I don't need this paragraph right here. Just stop. No. You know what I mean? And they could have saved a lot of paper because it's double-sided and it's 8 by 10, 8 by 11.
Now, I like the three squares talking about what you're going to get. All right of that, yeah, because they draw your eye to that.
If I want more information,
right, and then be available to take the call or something.
And then it says right there, schedule your appointment. That's all I needed.
Right, and you see all that type right down at the bottom? That's probably the legal stuff.
Oh yeah, probably. But it's not even legible. Look at that. You need, even with a magnifier.
You have to pull out the phone, click it 3 times to see that.
Yeah.
So you want to keep stuff simple. People want to pay you for your services, but make it easy to do so. Carlos says his mission statement says, bring your brand to life. I love it. Bring your brand to life. That means he's going to help me go live, help me get my brand up into live stream. Now, when I schedule the appointment, he can talk
Mm-hmm.
to me about how he's going to help me do that with the client, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about how it's going to happen. But normally, you have to have an appointment with somebody to figure out how your service is going to help them. But you can't put all of that on the business card when you start. You have to, it really does need to be simplified. Simplify that statement. Why are you doing what you do? We want you to look good. Okay. And then you have pictures to support that. Um, I read something, well, no, I was listening to something over the weekend, and this is going to be of importance or of maybe of interest to people who are homeschooling their kids. What is your learning style? What is your child's learning style? See, that simplifies a whole lot of stuff. If you understand how your people learn, your clients learn. How do your clients learn? What type of, and we've done in one of our workshops, we talked about um, understanding the personality ID of your clients, whether they're drivers, whether they're kind of introverted, are they compassionate or supportive, that type of thing. Happy birthday, Rue. So what understanding how your clients work
Mm-hmm.
is going to simplify your business. Do you have the party person as a client? If the party person as a client, are they helping you? You know what I
Girl.
mean? Are you
Yeah.
helping them? What are the characteristics of that client? And did you know that the party person likes to talk? They like to express themselves with narrative, and you're going to get a whole story before you get down to what it is that they want. They're going to tell you the whole story of, and this is what I need, and I just need this set up, and I plan on doing this and this and this. When all I need to hear is, what do you need? I need you to help me set up my iPad. Okay. So, but they will talk to you about why they want to get the iPad set up and how it's going to help somebody that they want to help. And they'll do all of that before they get down to saying, I just need you to help me with setting up my iPad.
And this is all in the middle of you just trying to get their password so you can get in there and get started.
So you need to understand that, and you give that client room to have that narrative. It's
Mm-hmm.
the same with your kids. How do they learn? Are they
Ah.
visual?
Mm-hmm.
Are your clients visual? How do they process information? See, I don't think a lot of times people talk about that, but to simplify, you going from the introduction of your product or service to getting paid for that product or service is you need to understand some things along the way. And one of the things you need to understand is, how does your client work? How do they process? Are they
Mm-hmm.
visual learners? Do they, and I have a video, I think I could pull this up on YouTube if you want to look at it, Terry. It's short. It ain't like long.
Okay, because
It's
I'm
3
already seeing quite a few videos this morning before we even get on here.
minutes, 3 minutes and 31 seconds. Let me see if I can make this. Okay, this should do what I need to do. Let me see if I can get it over here. Anyway, we need to understand.
Okay, so while you're talking about that, I want to talk about simple. Okay. Um, it's not just in every, I just want to say, take some basic stuff in your life and pare it down. Do you really need 15 steps to prepare breakfast? Do you really need to watch 25 different programs on one topic? How many voices can you hear before they start conflicting with one another? Simplify your life. Make some boundaries as to who you're going to listen to, what you're going to allow in at one time, because a fire hose is just overwhelming. It's too much. And sometimes like 8 hours of the news might be a little much, people. Maybe you should pare that down to maybe 8 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Um, get the gist of it, because it really usually doesn't change through the day unless there's a serious emergency. And if that's happening, someone's either going to call you and say, girl, are you in danger? What's going on? Or you're going to get some kind of flash across your phone. Something's going to let you know.
Instead
So
of putting yourself just in there to be barraged by it all.
yes, all day, but the same thing over and over again. Um, because what you let in is what you're going to start thinking about. And you'd be surprised how much
Jonathan studying for
what would you call it? Media clutter we really have. Okay, so you ready? Sounds like
That's,
you got it.
yeah, I
Oh,
have it here. I just want to get it. Let me do the screen share.
uh-huh.
Um,
Okay.
I'm going to share the audio. We're going to click share, and we're ready to go. And we'll talk about it afterwards. Can you see it?
Here's
Yes, I can.
for a test. And studying and studying and studying. And here it is getting his test results. All that studying and he still got an F. Why? The thing is, there's no one right way to study. Some methods might work great for one person and not at all for others. Everybody learns differently. In order to find a study method that's best for you, it's important to know your learning style. The four most popular learning styles are visual, auditory, reading, writing, and kinesthetic, or hands-on. For most people, one of these methods will work best, but it's also possible for a combination of different styles to be effective. To discover your learning style, you can complete an online assessment. There's a wide variety of them available, consisting of multiple choice questions. However, you can also observe yourself and your previous learning experiences to get an idea of how you learn best. Let's circle back to Jonathan. When he's in class and his teacher is lecturing, he gets distracted pretty easily. Words tend to go in one ear and out the other. But when his teacher starts using visuals, Jonathan finds it easier to focus and understand the material. So he might be a visual learner. Now think about your history. How have you enjoyed learning in the past? Do you prefer watching over listening? Do you enjoy reading instead? Or maybe you learn best by doing, with hands-on experience. If none of these seem to grab you, give them each a try and see which one you tend to drift towards. Each learning style has its own study methods that work best with it. Let's take a look at how Jonathan and a few of his classmates study. As a visual learner, Jonathan finds it helpful to color code his notes. He finds it helps him to organize information and internalize it better. He also creates diagrams while studying, finding that they help him to better understand certain structures and ideas. Jonathan watches videos too, finding them helpful for extra information. Ruby is more of an auditory learner. She likes to study in a group and discuss the material with others. Sometimes she'll read her notes out loud because it helps her to hear what she's studying. In some classes, Ruby will record the lecture, with her teacher's permission, of course, so that she can go back and listen to it later. Terrell finds that he learns best by reading and writing. He takes substantial notes during class and reads over them often. When he's trying to memorize something, he'll often write it out. He also makes sure to read and reread any materials his teacher has assigned the class. Raya is a kinesthetic learner. She's got a lot of energy and likes doing things. Labs and hands-on activities help her to understand certain ideas and topics. Sometimes she'll review her material while she's walking around. She also likes to take breaks in order to release some of her energy, allowing her to focus when she returns to studying. All four of these students are studying the same material, but they're doing so in different ways. Now, this doesn't guarantee that they'll all get the same grades, but by determining their learning style and finding study methods that work for them, they just might find themselves getting better results.
GCF Global.
this should help us better. Oh, your mic is muted too. This should help us better understand our students, our children, ourselves.
Our clients.
Because it depends on what I'm doing. My study style, my learning style can change.
Right. Now, go ahead. Because I thought about, if I'm working with a client, I need to present whatever I'm presenting in different formats. For the auditory person, I might need to have my stuff on a podcast. Okay. For the visual learner, we're doing live here, but you can also listen to this later on. So the importance is it's visual right now because some people get it visually. Then over on a podcast, or it's written in a blog for the people who like to just read and write. Or the kinetic one is the hands-on, okay, let's take a workshop and let's get in here and work this out. So you got these 4 different styles. And now I'm seeing that we're going to have to make our services available in 4 different ways to service those different people. What are you all thinking?
Now, Brenna says here,
she said, oh, great topic. Ooh, I took a test in college for this. I'm a funnel learner for math because I can only learn a little at a time before I get overwhelmed and shut down. So I was instructed to take a break before progressing, but more tactile learner, but she's a more tactile and visual learner.
She may shut down. We know. We got you, Brenna.
So what is your style? What is your learning style, or what have you noticed about you? And then it could be a combination of stuff too. It doesn't have to be all one way. Like I know I am auditory, mostly auditory, but when I do stuff, I tend to write with a pencil. That's why my iPad Pro and a pencil works for me.
I love my pencil.
I
lost my pencil the other day, and I thought I was just going to lose it.
It's like, where is it? I think they should, side note, I think they should have a tracking device on that pencil just like they have on.
Yeah, it's fine. And I was thinking the same thing when I was looking for it. I should have something that says find my pencil. But I knew it was in the room.
Right.
Anyway, it's a story. Go ahead.
So we need to understand the styles of our clients. We need to understand our styles. That'll simplify a lot of stuff. Jerry says she's hands-on in audio.
And I think this is why, Francine, when we put training together, I know I understand this. And so I'm trying to present the same material several different ways so that people with different styles get it.
Right.
I know it sounds redundant sometimes when we're training something, and I want to do it this way, and then I want to show it that way. You're like, but we already talked about that.
I understand why we need to do it, because
they put the picture up, and then we need to say it, and then we need to have them say it, or whatever the process is for that particular objective to do it.
Now in school, I was visual. I loved when they had show and tell, and when we did film. And when I was in high school and we had to take biology, you sat in class and you're listening to him go on and on and on, and you're taking notes. But get me in the lab.
And you say, when do I get to cut that frog?
Let me get in the lab and learn some stuff. Okay, you talked about it over here, but I really need to see it in. And so they had 2 different learning styles going on right there, because they were lecturing, and I liked the teacher that we had because he made it fun. It wasn't like, oh my God, there were some professors that were very
that just drone on like this in a monotone, and you knew before you even got in class you were asleep because you had mentally zoned out. Then there were teachers who were so entertained, like, oh girl, I can't wait to see what she's gonna do today. You know, because I know when I taught history, we used to to write the notes on the board, and then I would have them sing it so that they could memorize it. And so they really enjoyed it. It's like, oh, we're gonna sing today. I'm like, oh my God, the what do you call that person? The evaluator is in the back of the room. She said, yeah, go ahead and sing.
But what we're learning is we are meeting the clients where they are, and it helps them get to your product or service more simply. I was working on something. They needed a text number for something yesterday. They called me or text me. I had 3 or 4 people text me. I need a text number for this, for us to do this. And so I put one together, and I'm like, there are way too many steps in this. This. And I was like, I need a simpler process. But when I had time to sit down and think about it,
Okay.
I was able to come up with a simplified process where it was one text took them straight to where they needed to go to fill out whatever it was. I'm like, oh, this is better. One step from here
versus
to there.
7.
Right. Now, sometimes you might need to have 7 steps if something you're doing is very difficult to process and you need to break it up into chunks. That's fine. But whatever it is, simplify the process to make it easy for people to pay you.
Okay.
They want to pay you. They want to engage with your goods and services, but take the hassle out of that hustle. Take the hassle out of them trying to figure it out. I was looking for something, and I was like, can y'all just tell me how to go from here to here? And it should have been an easy process, but it wasn't. So now I got to go out and look on YouTube and figure out how to write the statement on Google so that I can find what I'm looking for. Because, you do a search, you have to ask the question in a certain way to get what you're looking for. And sometimes it might be the kinetic way where you just keep trying to figure stuff out. I did that with my iPad. I tapped something and changed my keyboard, and I'm like, how do I get the old keyboard back? And then I swiped something and it came back. I said, okay, now I remember that.
Okay.
I have this to get me back to where I wanted to go. But that was kinetic because I kept going online and nobody had the answer. I was like, come on, somebody has the answer for this.
Well, I know the whole cut and paste thing turned out to be pretty simple after I finally got to an answer. But how many days did it take me of research? And it was so simple. It was one of many suggestions, but
okay. So here's the thing, we're talking about simplify. You notice that they have taken manuals out of the products that you're buying. They want you, and now they will put product manuals up online for you to download. Okay, that's fine, and they need to be simplified. But even in the packaging, a quick start, something needs to be in the box that I can get started with this.
And they do the same thing with my sewing machine. This is a complicated tool. I mean, it's a digital machine, and it's like, I need more information than this.
Has anybody watching ever experienced not having enough information to move forward on whatever it was? I'm talking about here recently. You just like, I think we bought a juicer, a little hand juicer. There was no instructions in the package, none. And I was like, okay, wait. So do you put the fruit in here? How does this work?
Where does the basket go? After I take it apart, what happens?
But they demonstrated it very well, and they demonstrated well enough for you to push the button to buy it. But they didn't give you detailed instructions on where to put the stuff to make it do what it did on TV. Or what it did when I saw it on YouTube.
Well, Brenda says she goes to YouTube. Yeah, for most of us do, Brenda. But sometimes if the YouTubers don't have the info, or it's not that interesting to a number of people, you really can't find it. I think it's because people don't want to go through a QVC. It's a QVC type demo of something unless they're really engaged with it. So it's just hard to find information.
Yeah.
Set it and forget it. Okay,
Yeah.
Carlos. Yes, that is a recurring theme, isn't it?
Like, oh my
Set it and forget it. Just set it.
They give you some instructions and they went right and told you to go left, and you're like, I'm lost. Oh, we have a workaround for that. Could you put the workaround in the instructions?
Please.
So,
but today we've been talking about simplify. We say all that to say, take some of the extra steps out of stuff, folks. Or maybe some of that stuff we shouldn't even be doing. Just simplify your life.
Or help your clients simplify their working with you. The different learning styles, help the people pay you well.
And be considerate.
Right. And then be okay with your kids, learn their learning style so you don't get frustrated. Because
or you don't understand why they're not getting it.
Right.
Because you keep saying it, but they need to see it.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Yes. See, I keep saying 1 and 1 is 2, but if I take 2 eggs, I see now we got 1 egg. Now I put another one here. That's 2 eggs. So 1 plus 1 is 2 eggs over.
Right. So I have 1 pencil and I have another pencil. How many pencils do I have? 2. Okay. That right there is because I have a visual of what you're talking about. Because 1 plus 1 is 2. I'm saying it. I'm like,
you know what? I think that's why I was good at geometry, but I did not like algebra. I could draw pictures that had rules. I could go refer back to the rules that I had written down in the book to see, how to get the formula. But algebra was just too abstract for me.
Okay, and this is why you don't want either one of us trying to get you to Mars.
We're not the ones.
You need to ask somebody, maybe Brenna or else who loves
call in the scientists, because we are not the ones.
Like, I'm not taking you to Mars. I'm not going anyway. But the whole process is, now I can do basic math, and somebody was asking me, so here I pick up this and use a calculator.
I will use a calculator in a minute, especially since it's on my phone. I'm like, after a certain portion of the day, don't ask me to do math without a calculator. It's like, you don't know what you're gonna get.
So we both know our learning styles, and we both know how we work. So I'm not some people say, you can add that up. I'm like, sure, I can add that up if I think about it long enough, but why am I wasting my time? And I can just I can ask Siri to do it, or I can pick up the calculator and do it. I'm not doing that. I'm not testing for something. I passed at school, but I'm not doing that.
Just saying. So with that, we want to remind you that what do we do, friend? We now do tech for seniors.
Right.
So if you have someone who needs help with their phones or their iPads or laptops, etc., give us a call. Brenna says, I'm not great with algebra formulas, but great with chemistry in the kitchen. Okay.
Yeah, see, I'm not, and Brenna just tells us all about what it is, and I'm like, I'm good. Okay, thank you. I know I know that I don't need to, she can do the background on the different chemicals and all, and I'm like, okay, just tell me what to use on the counter, what to use in the laundry. So everybody has their thing. And Claudia says, understanding learning styles also helps us teach clients how our business runs. Yes,
Yes.
there's no loss of interest in our business mission. Thank you, Claudia.
That is so good, Claudia. I like that.
Mm. You and I need to talk. I need to reach out to you because I'm got a different eating plan and I want to try some new recipes and things. So I will be reaching out. So anyway, moms are scientists. That is what my husband learned in grade school. I said that makes sense. It does.
Mm. Well, I know my mother did a lot of vibration cooking, depending on what was in that cabinet.
Right. I like that. Moms are scientists. They
Mhm.
actually are because you're putting things together and you're doing different things, and some of the experiments don't work out so well. But then there are others, like Toll House cookies with walnuts. Okay. There are others that are beneficial. So I hope this topic today sparks some interest in you, spark you to kind of go figure out what it is that you do, and then maybe that's why we don't grasp some of the coaches that tell us stuff.
It's just too much.
Like, oh my gosh, oh, it needs to be presented differently. If I am a coach, I need to present it in a way that you're going to get it. And if I'm on the other side receiving coaching, I was talking to somebody today. I don't like the drip system. You know, the drip system where they feed you a video every day or something. I'm like, that's not who I am. However, I can tweak that to make it work for me. I just wait till you send all the videos and then I get them and binge them.
Mhm. So that they have continuity. See,
Right.
and
I just want it all right now because when I sit down, sometimes I sit down for a longer period of time and get through them. Okay, we've been trained by Netflix, so waiting the next day for a video.
I'm not feeling it. I need to know,
Well,
how does this story end?
again, I want to do it in one sitting. I don't want to do it tomorrow. We'll
Mhm.
hear. I don't like cliffhangers. Get me to the end of the story. So figure out how your audience wants to work with you. Maybe there's some who need cliffhangers. There's some like me who I just need to hear the story, all of it in one sitting. But I can adjust. But just things to think about. Simplify.
Well, Claudia says, I will definitely use that vibration cook. Yeah, honey, you got to use what you got. What do you have in your hand? She used to say, we're going to go up in this cabinet. We're going to do some vibration cooking. Whatever works.
So thank you for tuning in live on the replay. Um, we'll be back to our podcast pretty quick here. We're going to clean some stuff up and get it out there to you. We want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Carlos, are you available on first Monday coming up in November? Talk about live and some live principles and things of that nature. If so, send us a message so we can get you dialed in. All right. We'll
With
see
that,
everybody tomorrow, right?
tomorrow is Tuesday. We'll be talking to Terry Johnson online about social media. Wednesday, we will be talking to Coach Karen about your money and your mind. I'm starting to get excited about that too. Thursday, I mean, really excited. I'm always excited, but really excited. Thursday, we're going to be talking about happy, healthy habits with Robin Shamisu and friends. And Friday, we'll be talking tech and English. Carlos says, hit him up. Okay. And then Brenda says, that's funny. Oh, vibration cooking. I call it iron chefing. Okay. It's the same thing. Whatever we got up in here, we're going to make it work. We may be having an omelet or we may be having French toast, whatever we got going on up here. Bread, pudding, whatever. So with that, I just want to remind you guys that we look forward to seeing you. And remember to go to the front of your own line. And if you know a senior who needs help, send them to us. We also want you to remember if you want to join Biz Chicks, What can they text?
Text join. Oh no, just text biz to 33777. You can join this.
Okay, because we'd love to have you be part of our community. So with that, we want to say bye-bye, and we see you tomorrow. Remember to go to the front of your own line.